We're bringing you an update to a murder case from 1996 where 18-year-old Zachary Snar, who was shot and killed by Jorge Benvenuto, now an Arizona man, is working to have the criminal justice system here in Utah consider the possibility of releasing Benvenuto. ABC4's Annika Johns joins us live in studio with more on what this group is asking to be taken into consideration. Annika?
All right, Jordan. So on August 28th, Zachary Snar and a friend of his were at Little Dell Reservoir when he was shot and killed by a 19-year-old who was considering taking his own life. Nearly 30 years later, with the help of Snar's parents and the mother of Benvenuto, this Arizona man is looking to have mental health and domestic abuse play a factor in this case.
I said, let me see what I can do. She's tried for years to see, if her son ever can get a second chance. And I feel like he should.
On August 28, 1996, a young woman was left bleeding and alone after she and 18-year-old Zachary Snar were shot and left for dead by Jorge Benvenuto. While the woman lived, Zach did not, and Jorge was thrown behind bars. But this story begins years before, with an abusive father and a rough childhood. Something Ron Blake, a domestic abuse survivor himself, says changes you.
It's a different world now. This is 3 decades later, and we're starting to really take mental health care seriously.
In 2011, Blake was at home in Arizona when 3 men broke in, held him down, and sexually assaulted him. One of those 3 men was Blake's life partner. After years of suffering and dealing with what happened to him, Blake hit a breaking point.
I didn't see a hope for me. And it's like if you're in an ocean and you see nobody coming and you've been treading water for 2 days, you want that next wave to take you.
But Blake found a way out, unlike Jorge's story that ended in tragedy. On the night of August 28, 1996, Jorge planned to kill himself. But instead of taking his life, he pointed the gun at the 2 strangers he ran into. For years, Jorge faced a range of domestic abuse from his father, bullying in school, and was later diagnosed with depression and PTSD, according to his mother.
People are going to say, but this was a heinous crime. We understand that. But the system also very badly failed Jorge. The parents of Zach, Ron and Sai, have forgiven him. They've embraced him.
For nearly 30 years, Jorge has been behind bars with his now 87-year-old mother advocating for his mental health issues to be considered for his potential release. And after a chance meeting with Blake, the 2 have teamed up with Zach's parents to help give Jorge a second chance.
And I feel like if the judicial system in Utah just looks at this maybe from a common sense standpoint and says, should we just keep making this guy suffer? Again, this guy was a victim as well.
Now, Blake continues saying there may be multiple cases across the country similar to this one, and he hopes in the coming years more cases will be looked at where mental health could be a contributing factor. Jordan, I'll send things back over to you.